So I signed back into my self-harm counter app. I forgot what it's called. Apparently I was signed out, so I didn't get notifications. It's fine. I signed back in earlier today, and I am 3 months and 14 days clean from self-harm. And I don't know, I feel very accomplished, especially given the fact that there are multiple things that have happened that have made me want to self-harm, but I haven't. Means that I am, despite being in the current predicament that I am in, with being in a constant bout of mania and depression, I am overcoming it until I can get meds to help. And that also means that I am utilizing some form of coping mechanism, and and I'm ten years sober from diphenhydramine as of this year on July 7th. As of this month on July 7th, I am 10 whole years clean from diphenhydramine, so that's also something to be celebrated. I don't have that on my counter because diphenhydramine isn't as big of a threat right now as self-harm is, because I have fail-safes in place. Like my mom handles all of my medicine that isn't prescribed, like Tylenol and melatonin and stuff like that, and like cold and flu medicines and shit like that, stuff that would have diphenhydramine in it. And so that's not as big of a threat as self-harm is. And if you have depression or major depressive disorder or BPD or bipolar or any personality based disorder, you know how bad the lows can get. And I don't know, there's just something so poetic about having the urge to hurt yourself in those moments, and instead of hurting yourself, pushing past the low moment and continuing on and continuing to flourish. And whenever I have thoughts of wanting to myself, I talk to my partners, and one of them keeps reminding me that we want to be pregnant together, and so I have that to look forward to someday. And I have what will essentially be like the most pagan relationship ever, the most pagan like domestic partnership to look forward to. And I've started posting on my main channel a lot more, and I want to keep up with that. And literally just anything and everything. I figured out how to make coffee the way that I like it. I figured out how to make it the same way that McDonald's makes it. I found my Share Bear plush recently, so that's another reason added, because I don't like the new belly patch. I forget what they're called. They're little belly things. I don't like the way it looks, and I don't like that nobody told me that they changed it. So I have my Share Bear with her original patch. And there's a new expansion for Disney Dreamlight Valley, and it's Winnie the Pooh, so I have that to look forward to also. And Motionless in White has a new album that I have to listen to, so there's that to look forward to. 21 Pilots might be making a new album. There's talks of it on Twitter. Have that to possibly look forward to. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm trying to stick around for, and I know that for some people watching this, they'll think, oh, 3 months isn't that big of a deal, blah 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 blah. That's just 72 days. Wait, no, that's just, hang on. Whoa, back up. Hang on, wait. Hang on. I'm not cutting any of this, by the way, so make fun of me if you want, I don't care. How many days in 3 months? I'm Googling it, hang on. I'm not cutting any of this. 90. Okay, so 3 months and 14 days. If 3 months is 90, then that would be 3 months and 14. Hang on. I think I for whatever reason I did the math as hours. Between 104 and 106, yeah. Anyway, my point is, somebody's gonna look at this and be like, oh, 3 months, that's not a very long time. But for me it is. For me it's a very long time. Especially because when I relapsed, I was at one of my partner's houses, and I felt so bad because I didn't want to put them through that, but like, I don't know, I'll explain the whole process, I guess, because I have a couple of other things that I have to explain also, a couple of other things that I want to talk about regarding mental health, but I blacked out, and I don't really remember what triggered it or what happened. All I remember is that I blacked out, and then when I came back to, my scar was open, so, but, yeah. 3 months and 14 days from self-harm, and 10 years from Death and Hydramine. Yay!